Hey, what's going on everybody? This is John Jake Gaming on the mic, and today we have ourselves another football game here against the Buffalo Bulls, where if you guys remember from our preseason episode, Buffalo was ranked below us in the preseason poll. We were ranked 125, they were ranked 126. Of course, I'm pretty sure they exceeded those expectations by a long shot, whereas we're still trying to find our first win. So hopefully we can get that done here today, but my expectations are extremely low. But hey, before I get into this game though, make sure you smash that like button, and if you're brand new to the channel as well, make sure you subscribe as well if you enjoy that college football gaming content here on the John Jake Gaming channel. And with that, let's go ahead and jump into this football game. Picking things up with Buffalo getting the ball first to start this game. First play of the game is going to be a carry up the middle to Jarrett Patterson, who of course breaks multiple guys down for game 13. We had him barreled up, and we kind of had him barreled up here again, but you know, dude is a very shifty defender and definitely somebody that we'll have to contend with early on, as dude was definitely killing us on those first couple plays of the game, with Zach getting that 17-yard catch as well. Next play for the Buffalo Bulls, as quarterback is getting ready to get the call from the old ball coach, and it's another run up the right to Patterson, this time going for a gain of 5. Tommy's doing a better job of bottling him up. So much so is that we actually have a long 3rd and 7, but of course they have a guy wide open up the middle, and it's a 1st and goal for these Buffalo Bulls. Team certainly isn't looking like the 125th team in the country, as Kevin Marks, the backup, gets in the end zone already, and it's a 7-0 lead for Buffalo. Now it's our time to have the ball, and first couple plays didn't go well for us here, but we're trying for better things, but it's nearly intercepted. So right now we had to go 3 and out, and yeah, you know, things aren't looking too terribly good for us early on, but things are looking up as Matt Myers gets sacked by Marlon Greenwood, his first sack of the day, and we have him at 3rd and 17, which is dropped, and we actually get a stop. A Christmas miracle did happen. But can we get something going here on offense? That's what we're about to find out. Spicer, he's going to throw it to Thompson, who does make the catch. However, it is just short. So it looks like we'll have to go 3 and out and punt it away here. So we'll go ahead and get things going here. We're not giving up. We're going for it. And oh my goodness, he's going to get the first. Let's go. 8-yard gain. The drive will keep going. So after that fake punt, we now have a 2nd and 12. As now Kevin Stone, we try to get the ball to him, but the dude gets blown up. So now we have another 3rd down waiting for us. Already the 3rd in this game, where we try to throw it to Adrian Thompson, but it's just a little off the mark. This time we did have to punt it away, and Buffalo is going to get some nice field position because we don't have the best punting just yet. And first play after they get the ball back, they throw it right behind us. And Antonio Nunn, 61-yard touchdown, and it's 14-0 already. Things are not looking too terribly good for the home team just yet, but you know, we'll get our act together. Hopefully, eventually, probably when the game is completely getting blown out to smithereens. But it's all good though. We're here to build up on the process. As going to drop back once again. Antonio Nunn, 26-yard gain on the play, and Buffalo suddenly is striking once again. As now Patterson, he's going to take the carry to the left, and he runs to multiple Tommies. Even though we are having a difficult time getting some tackles in, completing those tackles I should say, we are at least doing a pretty good job of at least rallying to the ball. something that we haven't really done well in the first 8 or so games that we played so far this season. But now Buffalo has another 1st and goal waiting for us. Maybe 3rd time's a charm. We get a stop here as Patterson, he's going to take it to the right hand side for a gain of 6, with Buffalo now on the doorstep once again. Can the Tommies step up? Next play, it's a toss to the left, and he initially breaks the first tackle, but he's met by 4 dudes who conventionally get together, make the tackle, and that's the end of the first. We're only down by 2 touchdowns, so if we can get a field goal and maybe we can respond with a touchdown on our own, maybe we can still make this a game yet. However, 3rd and goal, Myers, he's going to drop back. He's going to throw it to, I don't even know how to say that last name, but we get a stand, so we might get that field goal. However, Buffalo knows that they're a heavy favorite, so we're going to go ahead and go for it here on 4th down, and Patterson is able to walk in. We had a couple guys in the vicinity, but they can't get the job done, and we're down 21-0. In the meantime, we do have another 2nd and 12 as we are trying desperately to get something going here. And Spicer, he's going to run up the middle. He fumbles the ball, and Buffalo does fall on it, which means they now have the ball in our territory. Definitely not a recipe for success, ladies and gentlemen. But hey, we can't control what happened on our offensive possession. We just got to hope that our defense can step up, and things aren't looking too great as Patterson, he's starting to get more yards without even getting touched. Defense is definitely suffering from the lack of time of possession that our offense has had so far, as they're doing their best, but we're just overmatched just in every way, shape, or form. There's no other way to sugarcoat it. But 1st and 10 though for Buffalo, as they are now in the red zone once again, 4th time today, and it's thrown to Antonio Nunn, who makes a fantastic catch, making it 2nd and 1. Next play, very close to the 1st down mark. Can you imagine this would be a run? And it is. It's a draw up the middle where he hurdles over a defender and gets it inside the 5 for another 1st and goal. These Buffalo Bulls, they are certainly running all over us, as well as getting it done, of course, with their passing game too. No surprises there, but we made them throw the ball away. Then we have this 3rd and goal. We try to go call a blitz up the middle. It definitely doesn't work, and we're down 28-0. But maybe a strike of good hope is going to happen here as Kevin Williams, he's going to get the ensuing kickoff, and he's going down the sideline. He's at the 45, and he's almost to the 50-yard line. That could help us out tremendously, as we only have 14 yards of total offense. Definitely not a recipe for success either. But first couple of plays after that kickoff return, we didn't get anything going. But we're going to try to throw up the middle to Miller, who makes the catch. It's our longest play of the day. And it's a 1st down for your Tommies, as now Spicer dropping back, tries to get it to Bo Hall, and it's incomplete. Setting up 3rd and 7 here. Spicer once again is going to drop back. He's going to throw it out to Chad McKenzie, who tries to make a little move, but you know, it's all good. We get the 1st down regardless, and our drive is still alive. Tommies, for the 1st time today, look like they're getting ready to get into the end zone. Let's just hope we can actually make it happen as Thompson gets that 11-yard catch. Next play, Spicer's going to drop back in the pocket. He's going to get it to Chad McKenzie, who gets it. It looks like about the 2 or 3 yard line, as the Tommies are really starting to find their rhythm on offense, and they complete the job. We get on the board and will not get shut out today. Hope maybe this is a sign of better things, as Michael Edwards, our safety, makes the catch for us. And now we just gotta hope our defense can respond, get a stop here, and right now, off a halfback screen, they completely shut us down, or at least any hope that we had built up from that last possession. As now Todd, he's going to make the catch. He breaks a tackle already and gets out of bounds at about the 1st down marker. Next play, Buffalo sends the tight end in motion as now Myers is going to drop back again. He's going to throw it to Antonio Nunn, who was just, he wasn't really looking but is able to make the catch anyways. Heisman cheese at his finest, if I say so myself. But it's still a first down, and Buffalo, we've tried to make countless adjustments and nothing has been working so far. Maybe I'm just a terrible defensive coach, but it's all good, as Todd, he makes another catch for a gain of 8. Next play, off in the no huddle, 2nd and 2 for Buffalo. It looks like they're going to run down this clock just a smidge, as they're going to run a counter to Patterson again, who gets into the end zone easily, which makes this a 35-7 game. Things are looking pretty ugly here, but we do get the ball to Denny Dilkins, and it's a completed pass, so that's cool. Gain of 7 as we try to get some points on the board. Excuse me. Who does make the catch for a gain of 12. 1st and 10. Coming up, Spicer gotta get it out, and it's Dilkins again. Another 5-yard gain. Just gotta throw it to the halfback. That's really all you gotta do sometimes. When the line isn't great. Speaking of things that aren't great, Julius Spicer's foot speed, but we bamboozled the defense just enough to get the first. All right, next play. Try to throw the out route, but it's off the mark once again. Spicer, though, not doing too bad with his accuracy, over 50%, so gotta respect that. But can we... Ow, my goodness, Brian Woods with a 12-yard catch. I actually did a wrong button there, so I was happy that it just wasn't picked. Next play, try to throw it to B and Adrian Thompson, but he's hit as he's thrown, which sets up this long 3rd and 7. Well, at least it's long to us, as we have plays like that where we have our guy open. Would have been a first if we could have just thrown a decent ball, but it just doesn't happen like that. It's not how the cookie crumbles. But we try to throw it to Kevin Stone, but his hands are made of stone, of course, which means we do have to give the ball back to Buffalo's at a turnover on downs. But hopefully we can at least get some stop going. There's only a minute left. Let's just hold them to under 40 points in this half. That's really all I'm asking. I'm a simple man. But right now, it could be more difficult than what it actually sounds, because Buffalo, once again, as they have been this entire game, are driving down this football field with ease, as Antonio Nunn makes the catch for 9. Next play, Buffalo, Myers dropping back to pass. He's going to throw it up the middle this time to number 3 in Daniel Lee. Gets another first down, which temporarily stops the clock until they get set, ready to go for this next play here, as Myers throws it to that tight end that has that really weird last name. I couldn't tell you. Let me know down in the comments how to spell that last name, because I am just completely lost on how to pronounce it. I'm not going to even try and butcher it. Probably will summon somebody. Maybe we'll summon an actual defense, because they get into the end zone once again, and so we go into halftime down 42-7 against a team that was below us in the preseason rankings. So yeah, definitely not looking good for us whatsoever. But we're going to try to kick things off with a throw deep, but it's knocked away by Joey Banks. Which means now we have a 2nd and 10 going on here, as Spicer, he's going to drop back once again. Going to throw it to the middle, and Miller makes the catch for a first down. So maybe this is our time to get the ball rolling, as Kevin Stone, he actually makes a catch, this time for a gain of 12, as we go into our own no huddle, down by so much. We got to preserve as much time as possible before we throw it to Thompson for a gain of 5. Alright, so we find our rhythm. Maybe this will be a time where we get a second touchdown, as Bo Holm, he makes another catch, this time for a gain of 13. Man, this is, I think, 4 completions in a row. Maybe we can make this 5, but he wasn't paying attention. Oh, what? That was sad. That could have potentially been a touchdown too. Moving on, though, to the next play, 2nd and 10. getting it off to Matt Snyder for a gain of 6. Oh, he's making it a reasonable 3rd down here, which will really help our offense because we need all the help that we can get as Matt Snyder once again makes another catch. This time, 1st and goal on the 1. It will get the job done again. Matt Snyder, the MVP of this drive. That's his 3rd catch of the day. And for once we got a wide receiver screen to work. And so we get another touchdown on the board. You'll love to see it, ladies and gentlemen. But can we get something going for our defense too? You know, our offense has found a decent rhythm now that we settled in a little bit, but our defense has just been ran over in every single way, shape, and form, as we have no answers for Patterson, who is just continuing to run over us, although this time we stop him. However, of course, we do have a flag on the play, and it's a face mask. A 15-yard penalty on us. Definitely didn't need that to happen to us whatsoever. So, after penalty, they find themselves in the red zone once again, and handing it off to Patterson, who gets another 1st down on the ground, this time without the need for a penalty, which sets up another 1st and goal that hopefully we can stop. But Myers, he's going to keep it for himself, and he gets into the end zone easily, making it 49-14. And this is a team that was ranked below us in the preseason rankings. At least we got that 1st down, though. Granted, Patrick Miller's hurt, so hopefully he's okay. But yeah, this is a team that was ranked below us in the preseason rankings back in the 1st episode of this series. But we gotta find a way to get her done, because right now it is simply not working for us. As Dokins, he gets another catch for 7 yards on the play as we move into our no huddle. This time, try to throw him off a little bit with this little wide receiver motion, and they were ready for it. It's fumbled. McKenzie tripped and fell, and Buffalo gets it again. Oh my goodness. We definitely didn't need that. So that's extremely disappointing. I was obviously hoping for not that, and maybe a 1st down and maybe some points, but instead Buffalo has really good field position, and our defense has really struggled today. So yeah, this is not looking good, and my dreams so far are my nightmares, I should say, are coming into fruition as Buffalo scores once again. Just a couple of plays capitalizing off that fumble with ease. So we'll go ahead and try to go back to the pass and hope for better things. You know, usually it's the interceptions that are killing us, but right now it's these fumbles, man. Fumbles in inopportune times, and their offense just doing a really good job of executing off our turnovers, among the fact that they're just a much better team than us, let's be honest. But we're certainly not giving up yet. Bo Hall nearly makes a great catch, but it's incomplete, which sets up this 2nd and 10 for the Tommies. As Spicer, he's going to drop back, roll to his right, and gets it to Thompson, who holds on to it for a gain of 13, another 1st. As we are starting to find our rhythm, but we don't have enough time to throw the ball. We had a wide open. That could have been huge. Next play, Spicer dropping back, this time to Michael Edwards, our safety, corralling the catch once again for the 1st. As we try to do something different, do a little play action, but of course we don't have enough time to get the ball off. Next play, after that incompletion, Spicer is going to drop back in the pocket. He's going to get it off to Bo Hall once again. And dude gets flattened out, but he's able to shake it off pretty easily, setting up this short 3rd down. But we tried to run a screen. Figure it was only a few yards that we need. But, of course, we get stopped in the back room, which means we got to go for it here on 4th down. And Adrian Thompson couldn't come down with it. Buffalo's going to get the ball back once again. So maybe at some point today we can actually get a stop on defense. I don't think we got a single stop today, which is really crazy to think about. I thought we had a decent chance coming in, but it's definitely have not happened whatsoever. As Myers, he's gonna drop back, he's gonna throw a dart over the middle to Antonio Nunn. Like, to explain how bad things really are, like, they had 8 possessions going into this one, and we haven't stopped them from getting into the end zone once this entire game. And with the way that they're running, I don't know if we'll get a stop this entire game. But hey, I've been wrong before, but you know, maybe I'm not wrong. But man, that's the end of 3 quarters, and we're down 56-14. Definitely the familiar result at this point in the game that I really did not want to see. But hopefully we can get things together here, at least finish strong in this 4th quarter. But right now it's not looking like that as they get into the end zone once again. So we find ourselves down 63-14 as we try. At least our passing game is going well. We got that positive, but you know, just rough going so far. As Kevin Stone, he does make the catch, but it's before the 1st down marker. So we're gonna go ahead and at least try to get this 1st down on the ground. I mean, it's only a couple yards, but of course we're just short. We get positive yardage, but we didn't get the push that we need. So now Buffalo, once again, has some fantastic field position to work with, as Antonio Nunn off the screen picks up 9 on the play. Next play for the Buffalo Bulls. Antonio Nunn goes into motion, trying to get more, and he gets him down. Let's go. We get a stop today. This is phenomenal. We can actually get stops on defense. This is so fantastic. But can our offense respond by also getting some points on the board? That would be extremely nice. We're going to try to run it here, but Julius Spicer gets lit up like a Christmas tree. But you already know, we're certainly not going to give up yet. We're going to go ahead and fake this punt. We have nothing to lose, and we bamboozle them again. We get the 1st down for the 2nd time running that. We should have Justin Little be our running back as we try to get it to Gibson, and he comes down with it. Oh my goodness. He comes down with the catch as Julius Spicer, he's going to come down, throw another pass to Gibson to reward him for kind of bailing him out because it wasn't a great throw. It's another 1st. Next play, Matt Snyder, he's going to run it or catch it up the middle for a gain of 9 as Tommies are in a nice position to maybe get another touchdown. And if we do get another touchdown, this would be our highest scoring performance of the season. So we can at least have that to hang on to. But now we have a 3rd and 1. Try to get it to Michael Coley, and he's stuffed up the middle. So we're going to go for it here. 4th down. Nothing to lose. We already went for it once. Gonna get it to Coley, and he catches it, and we get the 1st. The drive will stay alive, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so we're gonna hit him, try to hit him with another play action, see what we can get. And I should have had this guy set his feet, because I know his accuracy wasn't that great, even though he was our best pocket passer on our team. So that's an incompletion. But next play, we're going to throw it to Dilkins. He's able to get a nice little shimmy for a gain of 8. At least keep us moving forward. Maybe we'll score again before the clock hits triple zeros. But again, Kevin Stone once again drops the pass. So we're going to have to go for it again. This time to Denny Dilkins, who somehow gets in the middle for the 1st. And our drive stays alive. That is 3 4th down conversions. We needed this so much sooner in the game. But Patrick Miller does get the touchdown for us. So we got that going. And we're just going to go ahead and at least try to get this onside kick. See what happens. And of course, we do get our hands on it. But hey, you know what? we kind of finished strong. We got the last touchdown of the game. Really wish that we could have gotten that onside kick, but we do end up losing this game 63-21. It was definitely not the result that we wanted. I thought we had a real chance of at least keeping it competitive, and of course, I was proven wrong. Buffalo, they continue to exceed those expectations, and they're probably going to go bowling when this is all said and done. So, good for them, man. Good for them. So one thing positive that I will say about this game is not only did we have a season high in points scored for our football team, but we also got an upgrade for a head coach. So we can definitely use that for recruiting as we get into the final stages of our football season. Let's go ahead and check out the game stats for today's game. Passing. Oh boy, we did a ton of passing here today. We had 74 pass attempts total. 73 of those came from Julius Spicer, who had his first start today, and he did a pretty admirable job actually. He was 46 for 73, 406 yards, and 3 touchdown passes, and he had a 63% completion percentage as well, which is definitely really cool to see, because that's our highest completion percentage of the season. Also, he didn't throw any interceptions, which is always a positive sign as well. Running attack, on the other hand, we kind of ignored it for the most part. Julius Spicer did have the most carries on the team today. He had 8 carries for -9 yards and did have those 2 lost fumbles, so still need to work on that ball security, but like I said, he did play extremely well overall, and I'm happy that we made that change at quarterback. Dilkins, he had 5 carries for a single yard. Justin Little led us in rushing today. Our kicker, 2 carries, 16 yards today. And then, of course, our fullback with a single carry for a single yard. Receivers had a ton of action today. Danny Dilkins and Adrian Thompson both led the team with 8 receptions of 45 and 55 yards respectively. Bo Hall did lead us today in those receiving yards, though. He did have 82 right before he got hurt, and it looks like he might be hurt for the rest of the season, which will definitely hurt this Tommies football team going forward. However, we did have touchdown catches from Michael Edwards, Matt Snyder, and Patrick Miller today, so good job to those 3 getting in the end zone for the Tommies today. And then finally on defense, we were led once again by our safety and Jeff Arnold. He's a hard-hitting dude from Texas, and it definitely showed today with the tackles he was throwing down at some points of the game. He even had a tackle for a loss, but Aaron Morvo led us in those TFLs today. He had 2, both of those which were as a result of a sack, doing a nice job of clogging up that line of scrimmage for being a 47 overall. Ricky Williams also had a TFL. Marlon Greenwood did as well. That led to a sack as well. Jeff Arnold, like I said, Blake Perry, and Roger Bryant each had TFLs as well. We also had 3 sacks total, so that's also nice. But we didn't cause any turnovers in this football game, unfortunately, which is kind of to be expected at this point. But not the worst showing for our defense, so, you know, I'll take it. And plenty of very wholesome recruits. Julian McAfee, the most notable, is a 79 overall kicker, so maybe we'll actually get some touchbacks when we get to season 2. Eric Ferguson, John Christensen, Carl Rogers, and Joel White also committed to the squad this past week, which means we nearly double the number of commits that we are bringing onto the squad next season. Terrell Pruitt and Andrew Henderson also will be visiting us at some point in the next few weeks once we get out of this next few games. So I'm looking at this game against Texas A&M. They are A+ across the board, and we have an F overall rating, which prior to starting this dynasty I didn't even think was possible. So I think I'm gonna do myself a favor for the sake of my sanity and just sim this game. I'll have to show you guys the stats to this to see how bad the sim engine treats us in this game, so I'll come back to you guys when it's done with that. So after the game, we got a piece of good news. We brought in 4 more commits, and Damian Thompson, Jesse Walton, who's a quarterback and will likely be our starting quarterback next season, Corey Ford and Glenn Robertson also joined the squad, and then have a couple people that are ready to come visit us. So that's the good news that I have. The bad news, and I'm about to show you this, is that we got absolutely manhandled by Texas A&M. So we ended up losing 87-0. It wasn't even close from the get-go. Let's check out some of these stats right here. So we had positive rushing yards. We had 4 rushing yards, and then 28 total passing yards for a grand total of 32 yards of total offense. Although we did get a turnover. I guess we forced a fumble during the game, so that's nice. As for St. Thomas, Mike Edwards actually started. I still need to get around to change the depth chart so that Julius Spicer is our starter, not Mike Edwards or Bo Hall or any one of those guys. But yeah, that would explain the part of it besides just being terrible. Yeah, nothing really notable to see here. Mike Edwards, he had 12 total tackles, and so did Bryant. He had 11 tackles himself. And then I guess it looks like we have a sack, and it was like a half. So Perry got half a sack, and then the other Bryant had another half sack as well. And then we forced 2 fumbles, and then we recovered one of them. So yeah, that's extremely cool. But yeah, we actually got manhandled by Texas A&M. Right, but that's gonna do it for me though. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of the St. Thomas Team Builder Dynasty here on NCAA 14. Next episode, we will take on the Ohio Bobcats on the road once again, and then conclude things off in that episode as well by simming the Stanford game, because they're also A's across the board, and frankly, I'm not gonna waste my time because I know what the result's gonna be. So I'm gonna sim that and get ready for the off season, since I know the off season will be big for us going into season 2. But hey, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you leave a like if you haven't done so already, and also hit that subscribe button for me as well if you're brand new to the channel. I would truly appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.